kind of crazy to think that, around this time 5 years ago, there was just us three and we didn't really have much going.
Well, it is interesting to think that when we started the idea, it wasn't actually even this idea.
Yeah, that's right, because I think you guys had already gotten some stuff going with it before I was even really in the picture, right? And then even then, it was whether or not this is a better way to be able to look at an apartment you might want to rent or a house you might want to rent.
At the time, Philip and I were struggling with finding an apartment remotely, as we were both trying to move out of Boston to different parts of the country, and struggling with even trying to get a sense of what an apartment really looks like when you just look at 2D photos, which really kind of inspired the early ideas. Oh, well, we were very lucky that Jeevan actually had experience building products for the construction industry.
When Jeevan suggested construction, it didn't immediately seem like a great idea to me. There's a lot more people out shopping for apartments, but we ended up, I feel like we started getting interest in customers pretty quickly after that.
I think hitting on that was pretty good and using some of our past experience, and it's pretty cool to be able to then try it out with your friend, right, Mike, who was building projects in Los Angeles, and then the general contractors that I knew in the Bay Area, and they seemed to really like the idea. One thing that I gotta say I take a little pride in is the fact that we put together our core values when it was just us three. It's a little bit of second time around entrepreneur experience there, and I remember writing them down on a piece of poster board that I brought when we were all meeting together, and I think we came up with all of them, right? Simplify everything, expect excellence from each other, done is better than perfect, and don't take yourself too seriously.
I think in working in the software industry, you often find yourself pushing bits and working in really kind of intangible areas. But at OpenSpace, you really get the chance to build things with software that actually impact the real world directly. Just personally, driving through a city and looking up in a building and saying, hey, that's one of our buildings. We can go back and see that as it's being constructed, and here it is, people are using it, is pretty satisfying. And that's something that you don't get in a lot of software jobs.
OpenSpace does, this advanced artificial intelligence technology. We have real computer vision technology that we've developed for real problems.
People like that, actually, the doing AI work that actually makes it into the product. That people can actually use.
And it's pretty cool to take these pretty cutting edge things and apply them to problems that you can see with your eyes, and honestly where the users and customers are just legitimately super grateful for the things that we put out there. That's pretty cool.